The preceding announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy here, EasyCoo, about to hit you with my big, fat, juicy predictions for WWE c.o.c. predictions. That's WWE cock predictions. Get your mind out of the gutter, because that stands for Clash of Champions. And we're going to have to slide in like Mrs. Butterworth and get these predictions rolling, because I'm having some memory issues with my damn phone. So let's slide into it like we're sliding into the DMs like Rey Mysterio. But first matchup that I got here, The Miz versus Shunsuke Nakamura. With what they're doing with Shunsuke Nakamura, I can see him picking up the W, but also I can see The Miz picking up the W just so the WWE could say, hey, The Miz has more, Intercontinental Championships than Chris Jericho. I can see them doing something like that, because as of right now, I think Chris Jericho is like the record holder or something like that. But going for the W, a retention for Shunsuke Nakamura, even though I love you, Miz. I think The Miz is going to get it back at some point. I just don't think he's going to get it back just yet. With Shunsuke Nakamura, I'm thinking maybe a match at Hell in a Cell. I don't know. I'm just shooting out my own little pitches there. But going on to this one hell of a crazy-ass story that the WWE has. Roman Reigns faces his attacker in Eric Rowan. This one could be a coin toss, but I can say Eric Rowan is going to win, but then I can say, Roman Reigns. So, kind of a toss-up with a coin. I think Eric is going to win, but I'm going to go ahead with the big dog, Roman Reigns, for the W. Going right along to the next matchup with the Revival going against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions within the New Day. I believe I'm going to go ahead and go with the New Day. I don't think the Revival is going to get the Tag Team Championships just yet. So I'm going to go with the New Day and with the retention. And going right down along to Ziggler and Robert Roode taking on Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, which are the Tag Team Champions over on Raw. I'm going to go ahead and say Rudolph wins over Seth and Braun, just due to the fact that I think maybe Braun is going to lay out Seth Rollins, or something's going to happen to where Braun turns his back, or it just might be a clean win. Who knows? Seth Rollins and Braun might retain, but I'm going to go ahead and say Dolph and Robert for the W for a new Tag Team Champions over on Raw, but I could be wrong, but I got a good feeling about it. So next matchup that I have lined up is Sonya Deville and Mandy Rhodes taking on Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss for the Women Tag Team Championships. And I'm going to go ahead and say Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss for the W for that one, for a retention. I don't see Fire and Desire picking up the W, but I could see Vince saying, hey, she's a hot blonde, give her a title, blah, blah, blah. Because we all know Vince loves his blondes. How far are we in? Yeah, 4 minutes. All right, I'm doing pretty good here. My phone, I don't know why, but I need to drop it. I mean, not drop it, but drop kick it one good time, because it's not acting right. But going right along with the 205 Cruiserweight Championship. This one will be Cedric Alexander versus... Or no, I got that totally wrong. I'm sorry, scratch that. I got a little thing. You didn't hear me say that. This is AJ Styles, the U.S. champ, taking on Cedric Alexander. I want to go ahead and say, Cedric Alexander, I don't think it's your time just yet, my friend, even though you are pretty good in the ring, and I love your style, but I think AJ Styles is just too phenomenal for Cedric to overcome, including, we got, the Good Brothers, out there, Carl and Anderson. But moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go into the match that I was recently talking about with the 205 Live Cruiserweight Championships. We got Toronto versus Umberto versus Drew Gulick, and I'm going to go ahead and say Drew Gulick for the W, for the retention. I don't see him losing just yet, so we're going to keep him with the belt, even though I think 205 Live might be coming to an end real soon. But this one right here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to hurt me to say this, but for what I've seen with Fox and Becky Lynch, I do think that my girl Becky just might lose to Sasha Banks, even though it hurts me to say that, chat. It hurts the heart, hurts it a lot. But I think with Sasha Banks coming back and all that all that heat that she has behind her right now, I do think Sasha Banks is just might beat Becky. Even though I should go with Becky, but with what they're doing with Sasha Banks and Bayley right now, I think that Sasha Banks is going to take the W on this one, chat. I feel bad for saying that. I feel dirty because I love my girl Becky. I shouldn't go against her, but I think that she'll have her time again. So, with that being said, Sasha Banks, new Raw Women's Champion. You know what, chat? We're going to go with the good old coin flip. We're going to go with heads, Becky wins, tails, Sasha wins. Okay? Bam, bam. This gets me every time I do this, but we're going to go ahead and do it with a little flip. And then Hawam. Alright, we're going to go with Sasha. Moving right along, chat. Kind of hurts. Hurts, chat. Hurts to say that. But going right along to the women over on SmackDown, we're going to go with Secretly Thick Bayley, which is the SmackDown Women's Champion, and she's going against Charlotte. I see Bayley with her little heelish turn that she had. I think Bayley is going to pull out a W on this one over Charlotte, and she can finally say she's beat Charlotte, which could go to a longer feud with Charlotte. I don't know, but I'm just going to go ahead and say my girl Bayley is going to pick out the W. Moving right along to Randy Orton versus our boy Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston Mania running wild. But with this, I can't see Randy Orton winning. And I think they're going to be keeping Kofi Kingston for the champ for a little while longer. So with that being said, Mr. Kofi Kingston for that W. Boom! 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 Yeah. And now we're going to go to the big one. We got the Mighty Meat Stick, Seth Rollins, taking on the Mr. Meat Castle, the monster among men, Braun Strowman. This matchup, I'm just going to have to go ahead and say it's going to be Mr. Meatstick. The Mighty Meatstick is going to topple the Monster Among Men, the Mighty Meat Castle. So, I'm sorry, Braun. Or hold on. Or they can do a thing where somehow it gets interrupted and it leads to a no contest, and then it would lead up into a three-way match at Hell in the Cell. The Fiend, Braun Strowman, and Seth Rollins. That's gonna go ahead and be a little side bet. I'm gonna go ahead and say half a point if I win, if it does come true. But I'm going to have to say Mr. Meatstick for the W over Braun Strowman. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my predictions for this year's Clash of Champions. Will I be your 10-time prediction champion? We will see, ladies and gentlemen. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel it. But hopefully I'll still be a champ. And we'll go to the next episode of Will I Win or Will I Lose? The mighty championship of the predictions. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, thank y'all for all the love. Thank y'all for all of your support. All those of y'all that watch me on Periscope, here over on YouTube, and those of y'all that just follow me just to say, hey, what's up? And I got much love for y'all. And stay tuned for the next Wrestling Heat. Might have something a little special, but we'll see how that goes. But ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, have a good weekend, or the rest of your weekend, I should say. And remember to always keep it sweet. I'm out of here.
Fourth pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy. See